Lynette Oxley here for Tax Shack Tactical TV. It has been a busy day. Welcome, Paul.
Hello, Lynette. Hi, viewers. Yeah, we
haven't even breathed.
We've hit the ground running significantly hard last week, didn't we?
And this week is just, I don't actually know where the week has gone, and today has just been absolutely crazy. Let me actually put my thing on silent while you start introducing everything. I just see that...
Yeah, so what are we going to talk about today? Okay, let's talk about talking about stuff first. So we announced last week that we were going to have a format for you guys, or an information piece on so how you guys can put live questions to us, or you can put recorded questions to us, which we'll answer on the live show. Okay, so we're putting that information out now. I believe somebody said that the links had been, or the comments had been turned off last week.
And there's Hannes has just showed on the program that it's both live chat and stuff is live on the program, so I don't know what happened there.
No idea.
I'll go and check
These days strange stuff happens with telecommunications. Hey, jeez, it's becoming chronic. I mean, the cell phone towers are falling over like one after the other with all the load shedding. So I don't know if that had an impact. I don't know. I just don't know. No. Don't know if the fiber is even going to hold. We don't know. These days we just don't know. All right. So we're putting up that. We're going to be putting up that poster when on us, and right after the show.
For next week Friday.
For next week Friday. Okay. So guys, record segments, send them in to us. Record questions, send them in to us. We'll get the team to look at them through the week. And we'll have you a properly formulated answer. So even if it's technical stuff, we'll be able to.
So if it's a legal question, we'll actually let Hannes record it with Cynthia. Or
correct. Or we'll pop Cynthia in the hot seat and she can answer for herself.
That's it.
If it's membership related stuff, similar, etc., etc. He's not licking my leg.
No, but he's
now shaking his little pink pig around.
Which is
and that's not a euphemism for anything at all.
And he's got an amputated leg that Auntie Shona has fixed for him, so it's now a new beloved toy.
Sorry, the dog loves soft toys. Anyway, so what else then? We've now got out our membership, new membership structure, the pricing and the benefits. So what we've tried to do, guys, as I explained last week, so what happened last year was we hadn't put through, I think before that, ever increased our membership fees. Now that's all good and well, but just as we're all under pressure financially, so the staff are under pressure financially. So we have to give increases on a relatively regular basis, or we lose our good staff. They go somewhere else where they can get a better salary. So we have to be very careful about that. We spend a lot of time training our staff and developing our staff, giving them range officer courses, etc., etc., etc. Then they leave us because we're not paying them. It becomes a complete. You're constantly training people, and that's wearying. And it detracts from the level of service that you're able to provide. We're not a huge company with hundreds of staff, so that other people can step into the position. So when someone resigns, we to go look for a better job somewhere else, we have it's a problem for us. We have to hire, we have to train, we have to make sure the person actually fits, and sometimes people don't fit. Sometimes it's a poor fit, and then they. Whatever happens. So we want to retain the good staff that we have, and we've got a very good team at the moment.
Absolutely.
Probably our best team ever, to be honest. Not running down previous employees at all, but we have a very, very good team at the moment. So we need to do that. We have increases. We have to give the janitorial staff increases. We don't pay for electricity, which we're very fortunate. Thank you very much, Tax Shack. We don't pay for electricity, we don't pay for water and stuff like that. So those increases are invisible to us. But we pay for all sorts of other things. Stationery, coffee, toilet rolls, silly stuff.
Well, Shay came in this morning and not looking very happy. And the first thing she did is make coffee because we have electricity here.
The power went off at 8 o'clock yesterday morning,
and
it hasn't come back on yet.
Yeah. So happy weekend.
so yeah, and we just had one of your Girls on Fire directors here, Tamsin, and she says all very well, the power going off and stuff like that at night, and but with no fans running, the mosquitoes eat you alive. So anyway, so those are the things we as South Africans are going to have to learn to live with and find ways around over the next
But we are
decades.
resilient people.
We're resilient people, exactly. We managed to find our way over the Drakensberg. We can
we can do this.
We can do this. Okay, so anyway, so what we decided was, so last year we put through a big pricing. We put through, I think it was a 20% fee increase in the beginning of January or at the end of January, and then, and this wasn't planned, a couple of months later our VAT registration came through, so we had to add 15% on top of that. So we put through, so last year we really hammered you poor members, and we're sorry for that. But so what we tried to do last year is we tried to add benefits into the packages. We gave free services here, free services there, to try to sweeten the deal, to try to make it a little bit less sour. And we've tried to do the same thing this time, although we're not putting through a NERSA 18.5% increase to Eskom. What we decided to do last year when we put through the big increases is, in the future what we're going to do is we're going to stick to the consumer price index. So the figures we took from the consumer price index for this was November 2022, and they reckon there's a year-on-year CPI increase of 7.7%. So we've stuck as closely as possible to 7.7%. We've rounded down where the cents are concerned, wherever we possibly could. So it's less than a 7.7%, but marginally, tiny marginally. And we've added more free
benefits.
Stuff. So one of the things which GOSA Law is we're redoing the whole GOSA Law area as a
and there's some exciting stuff happening.
Some exciting stuff
there
happening. Really
is.
To try to make it into a so that it at least cleans its face. So it's not a pure cost center on GOSA. And one of the things we've done with that, we're introducing letters of demand. People are going to external lawyers for letters of demand, just to go beyond the inquiries with CFR type of thing. Send the station commander or the DFO or the provincial or the CFR, send them a sternly worded letter explaining to them what part of the act or of the of other acts they are breaching by not giving reasonable feedback or by not processing, and warning them that further action will follow. And that seems to have been quite successful in other cases, in just moving those gears along, getting those wheels turning. So we're going to be doing that, and we've got a great price on that, again distributed amongst our various levels of membership. And we're adding to that now. We're just busy trialing it right now as we speak. We had one of our clients in here yesterday, one of Lynette's clients in here yesterday.
Which is our guinea pig. We actually called it
our test case.
Test case.
Yeah. So what we're doing with him is we're doing a complete document pack. So what that entails is that Cynthia gets in touch with that particular person's DFO and inquires from that DFO beforehand what documents they require. Okay, because everyone's different. This DFO wants 2 references. This DFO wants 3 people to attend at the station to give references. If only we had a national police service where everybody fell under the same standard, but we don't. We have these tiny little pockets of
and they interpret
everybody differently. So some guys want these documents, and so what we're doing is we contact the DFOs beforehand,
establish a
relationship with the guys, and then we determine exactly what they require.
And then help the client with that.
And they don't want to give it to us in writing. But what we do is, because we've now contacted the person, we then formulate an email back to the DFO. This is before the client, even before the documentation even comes into play. We send a list back to the DFO and say, thank you so much for speaking to me yesterday. This is what you said you require for a new license application or for a renewal or for whatever it is. Please confirm that this is correct. If otherwise, these are the documents we're going to present you, and you keep a copy of that, obviously. Then we assemble the document pack for the client, and that will include the motivation, and it will include all of the documents. And if the people are local in Johannesburg, they can either come in here,
and help them with the forms,
and we can even, in a couple of instances, just to make sure everything goes smoothly, particularly in the beginning, Cynthia will accompany the member to their DFO to hand in the documents.
It's also establishing relationships between GOSA and DFOs.
We saw how well this worked with KZN, with the provincial DFOs. We want to be their friends. We want to help them to help us.
It's always better to sweeten stuff than be adversarial. Sometimes you need to do it.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just good to be nice to people.
If you can get along with the DFO and not have the DFO working against you, you've won half of the battle.
Absolutely.
So that's what we're going to try and do. So those are the products, or the products, the services which with GOSA Law will be providing, and we're building
the demand letters, and then
the letters of the demand and the documentation packs, the full application packs.
Them with the documentation.
So then, Hannes, if you can put your this one's been marked up. I apologize. Hannes will put a clean one up on the screen. There we go. So these are our various levels of membership and non-membership. Okay, so if you look along the left-hand side, you'll see the key to it. It's annual fee, monthly installments, family plan options, blah blah blah, all the way down. But then you'll notice that there's a column next to that, next to the blue background column that says it's on the screen right now. Oh yeah, so sorry, it'll also be on the Facebook page as from right after the show. So we have non-members. So we cater for non-members too, people that aren't even GOSA members. So obviously they have no annual fee, they have no monthly installments, they have no family plan options, they have no access to the 24-hour emergency legal line that Cynthia carries around in her pocket, and they have no access to legal assistance. But they will be able to get the letters of demand out of us. But they'll pay 699 Rand for a letter of demand. CFR inquiries, which is following up and following up and following up and following up on what the progress is on the license, etc., etc. Once off, 860 Rand. Thereafter, 429 Rand for additional firearms. So once the guy's on the system, even as a non-member, okay. Motivations, we do motivations for non-members too, a fee of 1,615 Rand per motivation. And I must mention, remember the motivations, we use exclusively Motivus. Motivus got their start in the motivations business, doing motivations for GOSA. Max is the most professional lawyer at this. By the way, Max has just been made a partner at his law firm, so happy days for Max.
So what is interesting
he's
to me...
He's a proper lawyer. Yes?
What's interesting is yesterday as well, if they use the other services with the document packs, that's something then to coordinate the motivations through Motivus as well. So it's a full service package then
we're trying to do as much as we possibly can to help the members. At a price which is right. Then obviously they get no access to appeals through us. Then there's the ordinary membership. So that's literally 137 Rand a year. 137 Rand a year. That's 10 Rand a month.
You can't even get a takeaway on that.
You can't buy a bloody Big Mac for that, which you can, but it might have a bite out of it. Okay, there's no monthly installments on that because it's too small. It would be like 10 Rand or 12 Rand a month. It's too small to do monthly installments on. The banking costs would be more than the cost. We would eat up the entire monthly payment. And we do a family plan option on that now. So you can put your family, which is 2 adults, 3 minors or full-time students at a 20% discount. So we'll do a family plan on that at 217 Rand.
That's not bad. You can't put 10 kids on there though.
No. Only
And
3.
the auntie and uncle and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
no. This is family in-house. Okay, they have access to the legal emergency phone. They get we don't help them with legal assistance if they need to, if they need that for criminal cases involving use of a firearm. Their letters of demand are 599 Rand each, so 100 Rand cheaper than a non-member. So there's, of the 137 Rand you've paid, you're already getting 100 Rand back. And now CFR inquiries come down from 860 Rand to 743 Rand. So you can see we're trying to give back as much as we can. Motivations are 250 Rand cheap at 1,380 Rand per motivation. And appeals are at just over 2,070 Rand per appeal. Then silver membership. So ordinary membership is designed for, we want to get as many people into the room as possible. And we want to start them on the process. Silver membership, which is one level up, and it works out to be about, if you take annual, it's about 70 Rand a month or 60 Rand a month. So it's a 681 Rand annual fee, but you can pay it off monthly at 81 Rand a month. So that's 972 Rand in total. Okay, so the monthly payments are more expensive because it's more expensive for us to administer, etc., etc. And also it's for 12 months. If you pay annually, you only pay for 10 months. But if you pay one amount annually, you only pay for 10 months. But if you pay monthly, you pay for 12 months.
And you can only have benefits after your 3 months.
So that's the thing. So when you get monthly payments coming in, if we've got additional benefits which we're going to go through now, for the first 3 months you can't. It's like an insurance policy.
Yeah.
You can't take an insurance policy out now, praying your car this afternoon, and expect the insurance company to
then don't pay your
premiums for the next 3 months.
Yeah.
So we require that you be a member. If you pay the full annual fee up front, then we've got no quibble. You get immediate access. So that's the benefits of annual membership. In any case, so 12 payments of 109 Rand a month. Then you obviously have access to the legal emergency phone. You have access to legal assistance for criminal cases or involving a firearm that are lodged, laid against you, pointing a firearm, whatever. One of our members last week shot a guy in the leg that attacked him with a knobkerrie. And we attended at the police station for him, and we helped him get his warning statement, and we helped him put in I can't remember what the affidavit is. Anyway, but we did that all for him, and that's what you get. You get that kind of service. Otherwise. The guys put you up at the police, say, please come to the police station to hand in your firearm. And it's always on a Thursday or a Friday, and then the next time they see daylight is on the Monday or the Tuesday.
I think there was an attempted murder case opened against him from the other guy.
The guy that he shot, who attacked him, opened an attempted murder case against him. Anyway, so 12,500 Rand deposit to attorneys by the member. So attorneys typically require you to pay a amount up front before they'll take your case on, because they don't know what's going to happen. So we've got them down to a 12,500 Rand deposit, and then any additional fees after that 12,500 Rand is expended, is at 50% of their normal attorney's rates. And we've got agreements from a whole bunch of attorneys to do this
all
for
over
us.
the country.
All over the country.
And people that know about the Firearms Act.
Well, yes, we not just some guy from Legal Wise who dropped out of law school and he's now.
It's a very particular arm of the law, which most attorneys don't know about.
Exactly.
We've had that.
Exactly. We get qualified but senior attorneys that are completely,
asking for advice.
Asking us for advice. Anyway, so they then for letters of demand only pay $4.99, so that's 200 Rand cheaper than the non-members. If they do inquiries, they do them at 619 Rand, down from 743 for the ordinary members. If they do motivations, their motivations are at 1,150 Rand, so that's another 250 Rand cheaper than ordinary members. And appeals at 1,725 Rand, so 300 Rand cheaper than ordinary members. Gold membership, I know, sorry guys, I'm boring you and you're going to go and read through this later, but I just want to cover it all so that if there's any hiccups, I can explain them to you. All right, so gold membership, which is about double the price of silver membership, it's at 1,360.
Sorry, the dog is snoring.
Sorry, the Rottweiler is snoring.
He's having a good
The gold membership is 1,360 Rand per annum, or 12 months at 137 Rand per month, for 1,644 Rand in total. Family plan option. Sorry, did I mention family plans on silver? Did I? Okay. Didn't I?
You did.
Or didn't I? Okay. Well, go and check it out on the document, which you'll be able to find on the GOSA Facebook group. Annual family membership, which is, as we say, 3 minors, 2 adults, 3 minors, and for full-time students at a 20% discount. Annual membership is 2,180 Rand. That really ain't much. That's really not much. Or monthly payments of 217 Rand a month. You know, guys, 217 Rand a month, you can't even take your family to bloody the Wimpy. All right, 24-hour emergency line, of course. Now what we've done with the legal assistance, if you require legal assistance, we've managed to strong-arm the attorney firms down to a 10,000 Rand deposit. Instead of 12,500, we've contained it at 10,000 Rand deposit, and then 50% of normal fees for anything above that. Again, letters of demand at $4.99. CFR inquiries, 1 free inquiry per year. So remember, the silver members are paying 619 Rand for that inquiry, which you're now getting for free. So that's half of your monthly, or half of your annual fee. It comes back to you straight away because we're giving you a free inquiry. Free inquiries, however, you can't accumulate your free inquiries. So if you remember for 10 years and you haven't used the inquiry before, you can't say, I've had 10 free inquiries now. So the inquiries don't accumulate. Motivations at 1,150 Rand per motivation, the same as the silver membership. Because the Motivus has a fee with us, and that's what it is. Appeals, again, we'll do the appeals at 1,725 Rand per appeal. Okay, so now we get to the top level of membership, the diamond membership. And the diamond membership comes at a cost of an annual cost if you pay in one tranche of 2,044 Rand. or monthly, you can pay that 2,000. You can pay the membership off monthly, but then it'll be 12 months at 204 Rand. Family plan on diamond membership is 3,270 Rand, or 327 Rand a month. Okay. Of course, the emergency line, the emergency cell phone number, you get that. Now here's a kicker that we have, I think it's the same as we did last year. The legal assistance, the 10,000 Rand deposit to the attorneys, we pay that for you.
You've recently done that for a client in Cape Town.
Yeah, we recently did that. I think it was beginning of December.
Yeah.
We paid a client in Cape Town, a member in Cape Town who had firearms stolen, and he was afraid that he would be charged. We paid the lawyers, the specialist legal team in Cape Town. We paid him 10,000 Rand. Bang! Go and sort the man out. Make sure that nothing bad happens to him. And he was entirely satisfied and obviously thrilled that he made a good investment. It works on the insurance principle. We've got a lot of people, and hopefully not everybody approaches a lawyer straight away. But anyway, it is what it is. It's our risk. And then again, after that, the member is responsible for 50% of the attorney's rate after that, after the 10,000 Rand. Again, letters of demand at $4.99. But what do they get for free? their first letter of demand is free. So that $499 already comes off the 2,000 Rand they're paying per annum, because we'll do the first letter of demand for free, and we'll do a free inquiry per year. So that's another that's another 600 CFR inquiry. So that's another 619 Rand. So you're looking there at that 1,119 Rand of the 2,044 is you get back in free services already. Bang, straight out of the starting gate. And the free inquiries that you get as a gold member accumulate. So if you were a gold member last year and you're again a gold member this year, you have...
Diamond.
Sorry, my fault.
Somebody's awake.
Thank you, at least Hannes is awake. I'm talking, so I'm sleeping. So the diamond members get a free inquiry, they get a free letter of demand, and they can accumulate their free inquiries. So they're diamond members for 2 years in a row, they haven't used the free inquiry, they now have 2 inquiries. So that's 619 plus 619. You know, so there's 1,200 Rand straight out of the starting block. Again, motivations at 1,150 and appeals at 1,725 Rand. Guys, please, your contact point for this is membership at GOSA.COSA. Shay Crowder at membership at GOSA.COSA. Get in touch with you. If she can help you, she'll help you. She's incredibly helpful. We're very, very happy with the way the team's gelling. We've, as I say, you know, we helped a member, Cynthia and I. We're at
earlier this week.
Cleveland Police Station on Monday, helping a member. We'll go that extra mile. We'll help you if we can help you. We'll help you. Yeah, he's incredibly thrilled about it. It was a damn good deal for him, because, you know, the investigating officer had asked him to come in on the Friday, and we said to him, no, wait a minute, give us the investigating officer's name, and then Cynthia phoned the investigating officer and said, listen, I'm the in-house counsel for GOSA. He's one of our members. Can we bring in the firearm for ballistic testing, and can we do it on Monday? And the investigator said, sure. If they, you know, well, we don't know, but there's dollars to donuts. The man would have sat last weekend in jail, just because. Yeah. But he didn't have to. We sorted him out. Everything's happy and stuff like that.
Cynthia's absolutely awesome.
Cynthia's awesome. We've got an awesome team. We really got a good team. They gelled very nicely. We're getting a lot of product out. A lot of services for the members. Everything's coming together much quicker this year than it's ever come together before. In the beginning of the year, we're on week 2, the end of week 2. We've already done a couple of months' work.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's guys, and we'll be down in Cape Town in a month's time.
So your Girls on Fire, we've been actually approached by Forbes Africa magazine.
Yes.
The article should come out quite soon.
You know, the Forbes 500 group, the publishing group. So these are, you know, I'm impressed.
And it was a different approach as well.
We've worked with a lot of journalists over the years, a lot of journalists. This level of professionalism I've never seen before.
Basically sent me the questions beforehand.
Only after the editor had approved the questions.
Just the journalist had to get them approved by the editor before. It was like 10-15 questions or something. Yes. She spoke to myself, and she spoke to some of my Fighting Spirit Awards winners. And
another one of the other directors.
Exactly.
So, you know, and apparently that's on its way out right now.
We've also got another article going out soon in sort of a lifestyle magazine, which should be out as well. Charmaine and myself, which is one of the other directors, are planning a book together. Yeah. We're thinking of releasing it in Women's Month when the Top Shot is, so it's a little bit of work for me. And it's about victimology and stuff like that around that. So it should be an interesting book. So watch the space. What else?
We've got a couple of legal things that we're busy trialling. We've discovered another hole in the Firearms Control Act, a lacuna. A long-held belief.
So I don't even know about it.
Yeah.
This is news to me as well.
A long-held belief that that your license is valid from when you apply for your relicensing, renewal of your license. There was a belief that it was only valid in that period if you had applied before 90 days before expiry. But, so there's the Act, the Firearms Control Act. Then the police publish the regulations to the Act, which tells you how they're going to interpret it. So in the regulations to the Act, they don't mention 90 days at all. At all.
So does it mean you can do it a day before the time?
So we know that you can apply for your renewal of your license the day it expires. But the belief had been that because you hadn't applied before 90 days, you were prejudiced. You couldn't carry your gun during the period when it's under renewal, when it's under consideration. Our interpretation of that now, given that there's this lacuna, there's this gap in the law, is that no prosecutor is going to try to find you guilty of carrying an unlicensed firearm when the Act, the regulations, their own regulations state explicitly that your receipt, once it's been received, once the DFO has accepted your renewal application and has issued you with a receipt for the payment, once that receipt is issued, you're good. The license is deemed valid. And so we've had people in an overabundance of caution saying no, but then you have to lock the gun up because you missed out on that 90-day period, etc., etc. Not necessarily so. So there may be an overambitious prosecutor that tries it on, but there's no way that you can. So what? In order for there to be a prosecutable offence, in the first place, the offence has to be specified. Yeah. And it's generally specified in the regulations. So no offence specified, no crime was committed. The other thing is that sure, I've lost my train of thought. The other thing is that because the regulations and the Act don't match properly, there's no way that a judge is going to accept. We don't think it's possible for a judge to accept that you've knowingly committed a crime, because the regulations say you haven't. Even though the regulations are subordinate to the Act, yes, we know that, we understand that. However, the regulations are the SAPS interpretation of the Act. So we think you've at least got an incredibly good defence if you are ever accused of that. But we don't think you will be, because no prosecutor is going to hang his badge on this, because he's going to get an ass kicking. We don't think a judge will rule against you. We are so certain of that we will protect you. We will stand behind you. If somebody says, "Oh, but GOSA is not going to be standing in the dock with you," yes, we will. We'll have our attorneys in the dock defending you if that's necessary. So that's how sure we are. There's the guarantee. We put our money where our mouth is. What else? I think that was about it.
About it, yeah. I was some stuff. It's just been such a busy
time. It's really been
great.
Hectically busy.
If you're not members yet, please become members.
Guys, if you're not members, join, for heaven's sakes. I mean, it's just a no-brainer. This thing that with this chap that at Cleveland Police Station, really, guys. To walk into the charge office unprotected, without representation, is a nightmare.
Yeah,
if you pay an attorney to walk in with you, you're going to be paying him more than our entire Diamond annual membership, just to get that right.
Yeah. If they come out.
If they bother to come out.
Yeah.
I said, no, go in. The next thing is you have to phone them and ask them to come and organise police bail for you.
Yeah, which you won't get until Monday.
Which you won't get until Monday morning. Yeah.
Anyway.
So guys, have a great weekend.
Yes.
Thank you, Lynette.
That's a pleasure.
Thank you, Uji, for not licking my legs.
Yes, that helped me a lot today. He was snoring a bit, but he's obviously put out.
Yeah, no, he's just playing.
So, in any case,
guys, thank you very much. Have a great weekend. Be safe out there.
Yeah. Don't melt in the heat waves that we're having in Gauteng.
Yeah.
And especially people say they can't put the fans on, so because there's no electricity.
Yep.
Anyway.
Guys, be safe out there.
Cheers then. Bye bye.
Cheers.